What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Airborne in the house, dropping you guys the latest and greatest cryptocurrency news and updates. Today is November 17th, 2022. And in today's video, we'll be doing a crypto market overview. We'll be talking about some more FTX, SBF drama, conspiracy, and weird stuff that came out today. And then secondly, we'll be talking about the bear market. Is this the worst bear market we've ever had? And how is this compared to some of the last? I got some tweets from some people who've been around the last couple of years, including myself and my thoughts. And then lastly, I'm going to be talking about a bunch of other random things, but I think it's pretty cool. And you guys like that, stick around. I'll tell you all about it, I guess. All right, guys, I couldn't really think of what to say there, but glad you guys could all be here today. Smash that thumbs up button on your way in. Consider subscribing if you aren't. Turn on the bell notifications so you get notified as soon as I upload a video. The easiest thing you guys can all do to help support my channel. Again, I don't make anything that being monetized on here. It's just the bear market, not getting the views, but here for the crypto journey, just to document, to look back and just see how far I've came. I think it's a crazy world that we're living in nowadays, and we're still early in crypto. And yeah, it's just been wild out there today. So finally get the day off tomorrow for once. So I'm looking to maybe doing a Crypto Heroes hangout or Thirsty Thursdays. If you guys are interested, let me know in the DMs. I did put out that in my previous video yesterday at the very end. But again, if you guys are interested coming on and shooting the S and just having a good time, let me know. So let's just jump right into it right now. So it looks like the market's down a little bit the past 24 hours, down about 2.34% the last 24 hours. Let me just hit all assets here. Let's see, Bitcoin's down about 2.22%, sitting at about 16,529. ETH's down about 3.84%, sitting at 1207. We got BNB's down, XRP's down less than 1%. Cardano down about 3.23%, sitting at 33 cents. Gainers last 24 hours. DeFi Yield Protocol up 26%, Muse up 21%, Trust Wallets up, a couple things up about 20%. Let's see, top losers last 24 hours. We got the same one as I said talked about yesterday, Circuits of Value or Circuit City, which is I always think of that when I see that, down 18%. The Oregon Trail, another one, crypto that whenever I read Origin Trail, it looks like Oregon Trail. I don't know what it's about, but it's down about 12.69%. Another one that I talked about yesterday, AIOZ network, down about 10.04% the last 24 hours. It is a new day. It's about 21 minutes after midnight on November 17th. Some of the holidays we got going on. Great American Smokeout. If you guys smoke, here's a challenge for you. Try to give up cigs for more than 24 hours. National Testosterone Awareness Day, National Unfriend Day, World Prematurity Day, something with wine I can't pronounce. We got National Baklava Day. Oh, that stuff is so good. I love baklava. Oh, I haven't had that in a while either. The Mediterranean confection, enjoyed for centuries. National Hiking Day. Love hiking. Just haven't had the time. Homemade Bread Day. And National Take a Hike Day again. Use Less Stuff Day. And World Philosophy Day. Oh, and for you wine snobs out there, I guess it's Zinfandel Day. So there you have it for your holidays for November 17th. Crypto bubbles for you visual. Again, the last 24 hours have been red. Not surprised that we're seeing a sea of red. Take a look at my favorites. Again, still haven't had time to add my favorites or all of them for some reason. They just got all deleted. This is on the dailies. Past hour. Looks like coming up a little bit this past hour. But again, last 24 hours, all my favorites have been down. Total crypto market cap. We're looking at about $786 billion. This is the 4-hour chart. It just looks like since I drew this this ascending triangle, which is usually a green and a uptrend positive pattern, did not play out because not always all the patterns always play out. Usually, if it goes to the upside, looks like we're kind of just going down a little bit and trading sideways, at least on the 4-hour chart for the total crypto market cap. So 786 billion there. CoinGecko always has a little bit higher than TradingView. Looks like we're down 2.7%, sitting at $862 billion. Fear and Greed Index, since we were down, not surprised that we did drop a little bit. Looks like we dropped about 3 points the last 24 hours. Now, still in extreme fear, looking at a 20, whereas the previous day we were at a 23. Another oddball that didn't really correlate to the crypto and traditional markets is the DXY, which I've been tracking. We have a lot of downside since about the 4th of November. So going on a couple weeks now, we've been in a downtrend. Broke that through the Ichimoku cloud, and we have this historical 105 to 110 box here that it usually has been a good, nice support and resistance time frame in DXY's history. We came down and wick touched that 105. It looks like we started to come back up a little bit, at least here on the daily. But again, whenever the DXY is down, that's when crypto and traditional is up, and vice versa. But it just doesn't seem like it played like that, or played out like that today. All right, Bitcoin. Huge falling wedge that we have playing out from 19 May 21 to the peak of Bitcoin's bull run back in the middle of November 2021. You know, a falling wedge is historically a bullish pattern here, but man, we are coming right to the end of a potential move here. Super oversold here in the RSI. Just zoom in here. But man, looks like we have a symmetrical triangle playing out on the daily. That is usually a bullish pattern. So again, we're coming up to the tail end of this falling wedge, this long-term falling wedge, and this short-term symmetrical triangle. We are far away from the Ichimoku cloud, so at least for Bitcoin, which Bitcoin basically moves the market, we have two positive patterns, that falling wedge and the symmetrical triangle playing out, and low RSI. So who knows? Again, I've talked about in the video yesterday if you guys watched it, but we might see a nice little move to the upside. I already said symmetrical triangles. Just kind of zooming in the 4-hour chart, trying to get through that Ichimoku cloud here. Whenever it's thick cloud, though, it's kind of harder resistance for Bitcoin. Let's see, the 4-hour chart still a little bit oversold, just under neutral for the relative strength index. And it looks like for the 4-hour chart on the MACD, looks like we are starting to see a little decrease in the positive momentum, where the moving average, whenever this blue moving average crosses over the red, that's the positive, and vice versa. So it looks like we have that blue line starting to come back over. So that's not good when you take a look at the MACD. So that's it for Bitcoin. Traditional stock markets, again, like I said, DXY was down, but the traditional markets were down as well. Let's see, for the pre-market, looks like futures are up, though. That's pretty good. Positive, and I do think that probably stems from the Microsoft's Satya Nadella says that it's very, very bullish on Asia, especially China and India. So maybe that's kind of pushing the pre-markets, and, you know, Asia's up right now. It's just kind of how the markets are. So it'll be interesting to see how tomorrow's traditional markets here in the United States play out with the pre-market futures up a little bit. All right, so first tweet we got from my buddy, 6Figs. He said, what part of the scale are we at? Lots of anger, hopelessness right now. Hope everyone is well. So this is the cycle of market of emotions. This just happens with every bull run, then the bear market. It just kind of is like a little wave where you have optimism, excitement, thrill, euphoria. When can I buy next? Which I kind of fell into. And then all of a sudden the market kept coming down at the end of 2021 when we hit November's all-time high, and it was just everyone thought we were going to have another ride, like another rise up, another all-time high. We just never had it. That's where people started getting anxiety. Oh man, the denial. Oh, it's just going to keep going down, and the fear starts kicking in. The desperation, the panic. Market's been down since basically 1 year ago today, and now all of a sudden we have the craziness with everything with SBF and FTX. I think we're kind of like in point of maximum financial opportunity, not financial advice. A lot of people just depressed, a lot of anger, hopelessness. So I think at least on the cycle of market of emotions, we're about in this time frame. So maybe we'll see a bounce back or a nice little uptick that we saw during the bear market of 2018 into 2019, where we had that little kind of push upwards. We might be heading back up towards that, in my opinion. But who knows? It's just been a long downtrend. Everything can't always go down forever. So it's just kind of interesting just to kind of study the cycle market of emotions with all that's going on. We got Jack Dorsey, the former CEO of Twitter, tweeting out, nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anything. And you're right with what I agree with what he said, because everything that just happened the last week and all the exchanges going down, just nobody ever thought this was going to happen. And then we had a couple good comment replies. But you know that nobody knows anything? Weird. No say. How deep are you in SBF, bud? So it looks like, I don't know if this is true or not, but it looks like someone not tweeted him. This is text messaging on Apple or whatever. And it's Sam Bankman-Fried, CEO of FTX, a friend of mine too. And or a friend of mine too gave me your number. I'd love to chat if you're free. And then you keep going down. Did you report it as junk? Had to. So, yeah. I don't know. I just thought that was a pretty interesting tweet from Jack Dorsey. Next tweet talking about SBF and all this weird, crazy stuff that just keeps unfolding. I keep saying it. I can't wait for a movie to come out about this, or a Netflix documentary or something, because this is insane. They're just saying that this is just as bad, if not worse, than the huge Enron collapse that we had years and years ago. I don't really know the details about that, but that's pretty much what they're comparing it to. And Alex Kruger said, there are pictures of an FTX naked pool party doing the rounds, and let me tell you, it's all dudes. Nothing wrong with that. Full disclosure, hey, if you want to do that, so be it. I don't really care. I just don't want to see it. But this guy replied, and the New York Times fluff piece writer was in attendance. So again, I talked about a little bit about this yesterday, but how Sam Bankman-Fried's crypto empire collapsed, New York Times article from this guy, David Yaffe Bellany. So it's kind of crazy how this links. This guy tweeted back, what was this, May 15, 2022. Here's the guy who wrote the article. Went to the Bahamas to follow Sam Bankman-Fried, one of the most powerful people in crypto. He's trying to write the rules for the industry as its risks grow increasingly stark. Come for that important stuff and stay for the crypto-themed condoms. Yeah. It just gets weird. And then you can go through some of the more replies. I don't know if I should show it. Someone photoshopped Caroline like better looking. But, yeah, there's just some of the comments on these are just absolutely hilarious. Yeah, the memes, it's absolutely insane. So, yeah, that was that. So it's kind of funny that he wrote this piece just the other day, got all this fluff, and like, oh, he interviewed SBF, but he probably has ties to him. He's the one that went to his island, and who knows what happened on the island, all that craziness. Just thought that it's kind of interesting. Next up, we had this series of tweets from this person from Vox, I guess. I don't know if it was someone that interviewed him, kind of was asking him all these, DM'd him with all these questions, but they're pretty crazy and psychotic. And then Alex Kruger said that, by the way, so Vox is a garbage progressive news and opinion website, as biased as it gets. Vox's interpretation is irrelevant. Ignore what they wrote. Just read the exchange between the reporter and SBF and arrive at your own conclusions. All one big combined balance sheet in the mind. Okay, that's something else. But anyway, so the ethics and stuff, mostly a front. What will like you if you win and hate if you lose? Yeah, I mean, that's not all of it, but it's a lot. The worst quadrant, it's sketchy plus lose. The best is win. Clean plus lose is bad but terrible. Next one, this is kind of messed up. You were really good at talking about ethics for someone who kind of saw it all as a game with winners and losers. Yeah, had to be. I should try to talk like him. It's what reputations are made of, to some extent. I feel bad for those who get effed by it. By this dumb game we woke Westerners play, where we say all the right shibboleths, and so everyone likes us. That is pretty messed up. So it's just like he's playing the game. He's playing the game, doesn't really care. Like, he's just either bipolar, psychotic. I think he's both, but he had that one. The next reporter asked, the Alameda thing when Luna crashed, the first time customer deposits got lent out, that's what people are saying, or was it more like the accounting was such that a lot of stuff you were doing was implicity backed by customer deposits? Messy accounting plus margin exchange. Position built up over time though in retrospect, Luna crash was when a lot of it did. But measy accounting. I didn't realize full size of it until a few weeks ago. Comment and smash that like button if you like my accent or voiceover of him. Everyone was so worried and concerned about dumb shit we definitely wouldn't do, and that made no sense. But not about whether you were lending out customer funds. Seems like such an obvious thing for them to worry about. Yeah, but it's complicated. A, it wasn't quite lending them out. It was messier and more organic than that. Each step was in isolation, rational, and reasonable, and then when I finally added it all up last week, it wasn't. B, most exchanges did some variant on what we did, just not big and without run on the bank, at least recently, more intentionally. Everyone wants to be clever, and clever thing to do some complicated 3D chess involving customer orders or data or something like that, which makes no actual sense. So yeah, it's just like, we got all their data and their money, and we're just kind of playing around with it, lending it, and other people were doing it type of thing. So, it's all okay because someone jumps off a bridge, I'm just going to do the same too. Yeah, absolutely crazy. And then there's people saying, it could be made on Photoshop. He said, Twitter DMs can't be deleted. Ops can be subpoenaed. I don't really know what that means. I guess it is legit. None of this real. What makes you say so? It's from Vox. Yeah. So, yeah, series of those tweets, just absolutely crazy. And BitBoy, you know me and how I've felt about him in the past. Prior to all this craziness in this past year, he used to pump and dump different things, different projects way back during the bull run, and I think he's kind of apologized some. And he's got some big say of all this, and everything that he's pretty much saying, he's been right. And I know he's like haven't been following lately, but he said, "Please remember, Autism Capital is a combination of Sam and his trusted FTX employees. It's a lot of misdirection, and they try to make it seem like they are anti-Sam sometimes. It's all a scam." So yeah, Autism Capital. I've put about a couple tweets out about them, but I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to play exactly what he's saying. They're on his side sometimes. They're not. And I guess they replied, we're really not, and we don't appreciate you trying to create some sort of Twitter beat for engagement. LMAO, I don't need engagement. Read the room. So yeah, it looks like they had a reply to that, which I just now realized. But I don't know. Like I said, goes all back to this. Nobody knows anything from Jack Dorsey, the former CEO of Twitter. Agree. I don't even know what to believe in anymore, but I just thought this was crazy. All right, moving on to the next topic of discussion is this bear market that we've been in. Is this any different than the last bear markets that we've had? So we had this tweet. People have been in crypto for 5+ years. Did the last bear market feel like this? Is this standard or is this worse? So there's a couple people I did want to highlight that did make some good comments. Me personally, I've been in about 5 years or so. I literally came in right before the bull run of 2017. Yeah, I knew about it, but I put a couple $100 or so or $1,000 in. Right before the run-up of 2017. So I lived the euphoric uptrend of it, and I kind of just rode that bear market out. And it was weird. It just kind of like nobody really talked about crypto. I only followed Bitcoin and Cardano and a couple other projects. But it just wasn't as crazy as what we were just seeing, like with all these companies going under and just crypto's over and whatnot. I don't know. It's just everything just happened so fast. But I think that's kind of like the bottom, like when people are starting to say crypto's over, it's done for. We might have bottomed out. This guy said he's been in since 2016. We've made incredible progress since then. DEXs were sketchy AF with terrible UX. Coinbase was a baby and all other exchanges were sketchy. Digestible research on the tech and general understanding was almost non-existent. I agree. I think we've came definitely a long way. We've had a lot of people during the bull market of 2021 come in for Web3 and the technology aspect of the blockchains and whatnot. So I agree with him there. He said Web3 is still very immature industry. Anything groundbreaking takes time, and blockchain has a steep learning curve. And with that, people will always look for loopholes or ways to take advantage of the industry. I just now realized this is crypto, or he's former VGX hero. I guess he left and just kind of is doing his own thing and building something on something he's had. But I just now realized that actually I was going through this. This guy says he's been a veteran since 2013. People saying crypto's dead, pointless, they never coming back, exactly the same. Feels like home. Only thing different is the numbers. They're bigger. So apparently this happens every cycle. It's just that the price is different. Slowly but surely, everything's increasing with time. Exactly. Bottoms in when you hear TV, Bitcoin's dead, scam, blah, blah, blah. Rarest says, felt similar. Today's damage is bigger in money terms, but infrastructure is also much bigger, and there are more people in the space that will keep building no matter what. The most brutal bear market was post-Gox collapse 2014 to 2016. When Gox went broke was really bad. He had to move all of his stuff just before, considered converting into a religion after. And then last, this guy I think kind of ties it all in. I think I agree with this guy. This is a lightweight. Last time everyone thought crypto was finished forever and there were very few working products. This is more like .com crash when everyone knew the internet was the future, but the price had gotten ahead of the value. It's no biggie. I 100% agree. I think the technology is going to be coming. We're moving into this Web3 world, but short term with all the craziness, crashes, and the value that's collapsed right now with Bitcoin and the whole total crypto market, I think it's just short term. Eventually we're going to get better, the tech's going to come, and we're going to have a slower and bigger, better adoption for the next bull run. So again, what do you guys think down below about this bear market that we've been in this past year? How does this feel any different to the last ones? Is this your first bear market? Let me know. I'd be curious your guys' thoughts. Smash that thumbs up button as well. Give a quick plug if you like that. All right, moving on. So Coinbase, they are adding Elrond, which is now named MultiVerseX, to their roadmap. or they're going to basically launch Elrond on Coinbase here soon. I don't know the exact date, but this is very good news for MultiVerseX and its U.S. adoption and exposure. I know you can get it on crypto.com. That's where I've been buying it, or within the Meyer app through different onboarding channels there. And again, if it is accessible whenever it is going to be on Coinbase, you got to look at the spread and all that just to see if it's even viable option to go onto Coinbase to purchase it. So that's some good news for Elrond or MultiVerseX. I got to get used to saying that. Some quick technical analysis. I'm not going to go over too quick, but we are a little bit oversold, at least on the 1 hour chart. Let me just jump over to the 4 hour chart. We do have a descending triangle, which is a bearish pattern. We are far away from the Ichimoku cloud. And like I said earlier in this video, that a lot of these patterns, they usually play out, but sometimes, hey, we are far away from the Ichimoku cloud. Maybe we'll see a nice little uptick, because if you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is in two patterns right now, that falling wedge and the symmetrical triangle, which are bullish. So maybe this descending triangle will be invalid, and we'll just kind of make a break to the upside if Bitcoin pumps. So just some quick TA on Elrond. Good to see it. Hopefully coming to Coinbase listing here soon. And last but not least, we have a tweet from Binance. So what happens if you die and you're holding your crypto onto an exchange? And not talking about hardware wallets or cold storage, but what happens if you die and you don't have any family? How are you going to get your crypto out? This was something when Voyager was around, and unfortunately we had something happen to someone, but we were able to get the funds out prior to all this. It was a VGX hero, but apparently Binance has an inheritance procedure where they verify the death certificate and kinship. Then they wait for a month to see if the account holder does not come back from the dead. Then they give the assets to the next of kin. Stay SAFU. So this is like his whole safeguarding thing that he has. And this was a question that was put out, that if I put all my assets in Binance, my family only knows the account, doesn't know the password, can I get it back through the kinship certificate? So that's awesome to see. I think every exchange, even though we don't like exchanges now, but when things get better and we start trusting the exchanges, if ever again, at least do trading or initially buy crypto and then pull it off. If something does happen where you die out of nowhere, God forbid that happens, they definitely should have that inheritance procedure. And he just recently tweeted this out within the last hour or so. So I thought that'd be a pretty good thing to implement. What do you guys think about that? So that's going to do it. I feel like this is a longer video. 22 minutes. Not too bad. Again, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Smash that thumbs up button on your way out. Consider subscribing if you aren't. Turn on the bell notifications so you get notified as soon as I upload a video. You know the drill. It's easy to do. Help support the channel. Give me a follow on Instagram at crypto_airborne. Go give me a follow on TikTok at crypto_airborne. I'm still banned until Saturday, so I can't go live, where I just was hanging out talking crypto, military, all that stuff. But I got some people labeling me as misinformation because they didn't like me, or they thought my flag was racist. I don't know. It just got crazy. Go check me out on Kavari. I have been uploading on here recently. Look, I popped right up here on the main page, which is kind of cool. I don't know how the algorithm is, but tends to like more Elrond focused or MultiVerseX content, which, I mean, it is built on the platform, so it is what it is. But I did upload yesterday the same video that I had on YouTube. Might upload this video on there. It's a decentralized NFT streaming platform where I basically mint my video and I put it in, and I own it on my Meyer wallet and do whatever I want with it, which is crazy. So again, go check me out on there. Last but not least, go give me a follow on Twitter at crypto_airborne, where I am the most active, trying to get 2,000 followers. It's just been so slow. I got to post more on Twitter, I think, is what I'm doing, but I just haven't had the time. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day, your night, your morning, wherever you are in this world. And stay safe out there. I'm so happy I get a day off. It's been crazy. I think I only get 1 day off each week until the end of the year, and then I'll get back onto a regular schedule. Just crazy mad hours at my new job. So, again, stay safe out there, guys. Let me know how you like this video. Love the feedback, and enjoy the rest of your day. Crypto Airborne, out.